In a quiet village surrounded by palm trees and golden sands lived a young boy named Hamza. He was 10 years old, bright-eyed, full of questions, and always eager to help. Though his family was not wealthy, their home was rich with love, warmth, and faith. Every morning, Hamza's mother would wake him up gently, kiss his forehead, and remind him of three things. Pray your salah, speak kindly, and never forget to say Bismillah before anything you do. Hamza didn't always understand the weight of those words, but he loved how it made him feel safe, connected, and closer to Allah. One morning, his father, a kind but firm man, called him to the front yard. Hamza, he said, placing a hand on his son's shoulder, I need you to go to the market today and buy some wheat for the house. You're growing up now. It's time you took some responsibility. Hamza's eyes widened. Alone? His father smiled. Yes, alone. The market isn't far. You've seen me go there many times. Hamza nodded nervously. His mother quickly packed some coins in a small cloth pouch and handed it to him. Before he left, she leaned in and whispered, Remember what I always tell you? Hamza smiled. Yes, Mama. Say Bismillah before I do anything. She nodded proudly. That's my boy. Hamza stepped outside, holding the pouch tightly. The sun was bright, and the streets were already buzzing with traders, farmers, and children playing. As he approached the village gate, he paused and whispered to himself, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. With that, he walked on, unaware that those words would shape his entire day. When he arrived at the market, the air was filled with the scent of spices and freshly baked bread. Vendors called out their prices, and people bartered cheerfully. Hamza approached the wheat seller and greeted him with a respectful salam. The seller smiled at the polite young boy and handed him a heavy sack of wheat. Hamza tried to lift it, but it was too much for his small arms. Just then, a man with kind eyes and a trimmed beard stepped forward. Would you like some help, young man? The stranger asked. Hamza hesitated. He had been told not to trust strangers too easily. But something about this man's calm presence made him feel at ease. Before answering, he did what he had always been taught. He whispered, Bismillah. The man smiled. Did you just say Bismillah? Hamza nodded. My mother says to say it before I do anything. It invites Allah's blessing and protection. The man looked surprised but touched. You're right. I used to say it all the time too when I was younger. But life got busy and I forgot. Hamza tilted his head. But it's never too late to remember, right? The man chuckled. No, it's not. They began walking toward Hamza's home. As they turned a corner, they passed a small stall stacked with wooden crates and glass jars. The wind picked up suddenly, stronger than usual, and within seconds, the crates came crashing down. One large crate flew straight toward Hamza and the man. But miraculously, it stopped, just inches away, its fall broken by a large sack of rice that had somehow toppled in the exact moment. People nearby gasped. Allahu Akbar, that could have crushed you. A vendor ran up to them. Are you all right? That was close. The man looked shaken but grateful. He turned to Hamza and said, Do you know what just happened? Hamza shook his head. You said Bismillah before we began walking, and I believe it protected us both. Allah placed his shield over us. Your faith reminded me of mine. Hamza blinked. So, Bismillah really works like Mama says? The man placed a hand on Hamza's shoulder. More than you can imagine. They reached Hamza's home, and the man helped place the sack of wheat inside the kitchen. Hamza's parents came out, worried by the commotion they had heard from neighbors. Hamza excitedly told them everything, the market, the crate, and how he had remembered to say, Bismillah. His mother's eyes welled with tears. Alhamdulillah, you remembered. The man smiled at Hamza's parents. You've raised a boy with a heart of light. I thank you for reminding me to reconnect with my Lord. After he left, Hamza's father hugged him tightly. You're braver than I thought. That evening, the story of the boy who remembered Bismillah spread across the village. Children began repeating the story to each other. Traders began whispering Bismillah before weighing goods. Even elders, who hadn't said it in years, began to remember. Hamza didn't become famous or rich. But something changed in the village that day. One little boy's habit reminded an entire community of the blessings hidden in one simple phrase, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And from that day on, whenever Hamza did anything, be it drinking water, opening a door, or beginning a new task, he always said Bismillah. Because now he didn't just say it, he believed it,